Just so much. At long last, love has arrived. I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Part of the way that I stand.
This episode was sponsored by Chargebacks 911. Visit chargebacks911.com today.
Being married to an entrepreneur is hard work, but it's worth it when it works.
You got your hands full every day like I do. You got kids, you got a marriage that you're trying to work, a business that you're trying to make work, and finding time for the kids, and keeping it spontaneous. Boy, that was good last night.
Nobody teaches you how to manage a business or manage a relationship or marriage. Everybody's just trying to do the best that they can. The purpose of the show is to give you some tools on how to make the marriage and the business work. We don't do it perfect, but we're figuring it out.
Hey, Grant and Elena Cardone here at the G&E Show.
Hump day, baby. Hump day.
At Elena Cardone, follow her on Twitter. She loves me more when she gets more followers.
That is so
hey,
true.
welcome to the show today. Thank you for tuning in. You can call us at 305-865-8668, 305-865-8668. The first callers always get free gifts at the G&E Show.
Oh, baby. Exciting.
So today's Hump Day.
Hump Day. Tell me about Hump Day.
Well, the reason I want to say Hump Day, most of the people that follow me know that I hate this term Hump Day.
Because it's the middle of the week. Other people like myself like the term Hump Day because it kind of elicits
humpy.
some sort of a sexually...
I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. Y'all know that song?
My name is Humpty.
My name is
the
Humpty.
Dance.
Urban, if you
Now
look
you're
up Hump
aging
Day, because I hate
ourselves.
this term. People thinking about the middle of the week rather than, making the most of the week.
I'm thinking about getting my Humpty Hump on.
But Urban Dictionary says the middle of the week, Wednesday, used in the context of climbing a proverbial hill to get through a tough week. After Hump Day, the weekend gets closer. Last night,
but
the
you
Northeast,
hate weekends. You hate non-production.
Why you gotta
Okay, sorry.
put all that bad stuff out about me? So last night, 59 people were immobilized in the Northeast. 59
Now, why do we have
people.
to go to this immobilized
the
people
last-
rather than the hump sex?
Well, I'll tell
where
you
I
why.
was trying to steer it this way,
Okay,
and you went,
I'll tell you why in a second, okay? If you just bear with me.
I'll bear with you.
And quit doing exactly to me what you say I do to you all the time, which is interrupt you. Okay. 59 people for the last literally 72 hours, all you heard or saw on TV was every channel telling the world 60 million people, get out of the way, go home, don't go to school, don't go to work.
The storm that blasted
The storm
the
didn't
north.
do anything. The storm was a disappointment.
All right. So what
Didn't
you
I tell you
saying?
last night?
You said it wasn't going to hit, that the media was overhyping everything. However, how many times did I grow up in New Orleans with this threat of this monster hurricane? And I thought my dad was ridiculous by making us have an axe in our attic for this dreadful day. And then finally, one did occur. We had already left, but yes, my neighbors had to be axed out of the roof.
It's probably
So what are
better
you
to be
saying?
safe than sorry.
Yeah,
but the
like
truth
be
is,
prepared.
most people out there in business, in marriage, in getting the partner you want, you're being safe and sorry. You're always playing it safe and and you end up being sorry, not going for it.
Our little 3-year-old Scarlett today tells me, the teachers at school always say, be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. And I tell him, be dangerous, because Papa's over there telling him, don't be careful. We don't say be careful. We say watch out.
Be dangerous.
Be dangerous.
You say watch out.
I do.
So look, Apple Computer reported today, made more money in one quarter than any other company in the history of mankind, Literally, Apple Computer now has so much money. While people are worried about Hump Day and people are worried about the blizzard, Apple has enough money to give every American $565, $556. Should they do it? The Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. They made it out of the Northeast. They're going to be in Scottsdale. They're practicing right now. And I hope they freaking crush Seattle. I'm going to tell you right now. Because if they do, the Deflate Gate story will go on and on.
Then, exactly. Then everyone's going to say, well, they didn't deserve to be there in the first place. And then they have this thing.
Crippling storms. Mr. Pretty Boy Tom Brady goes to Scottsdale.
pretty.
Who
I'm
you
glad
betting
you
on this
said it.
weekend, Elena?
Patriots. You know,
I'm
I
betting on the
always go
Patriots
for
too. I hope they
Tom
win.
Brady.
Hey, who do you think's going to win the game? Me and Elena are going to talk about something that everybody needs to know about: sex, money,
Sex, drugs,
money and
and rock
sex.
and roll.
And,
no.
and you want to show them the article that you showed me this morning? I couldn't believe you showed me this.
Yes, I showed you this. Sex or money? What makes you happier? It says studies show millionaires may enjoy better and more adventurous sex.
You wouldn't know that if you're not a
Money might
millionaire.
not buy you love, but it
You got to make $1 million
allow
just to find
for
out
a
if you're going to have better
sizzling
sex.
sex life. This is by Ian Kerner. It's a special for CNN. See, I do legitimate reporting here on the G&E show.
I like that.
It says fully 63% of rich men said wealth gave them better sex, which they defined as having more frequent sexual partners.
Yeah, this is done by a global
that's totally
marketing
lame.
research firm. They
It's not
specialize.
fulfilling. Might be better sex, but it's
They-
not fulfilling.
They specialize in global. Well, you've had sex with a broke guy and you've had sex with a rich guy. Who
I had sex
performs-
with a broke guy that I was in love with. It's different.
Did he perform every
No,
time?
no.
Did the rich guy that you're sleeping with perform every time?
Every time.
Every time.
All right, listen
Check
to
this out. No, this is an
This
interesting
is
number, though.
interesting.
70% of multimillionaires with a mean net worth of $90 million. That means the average person in the survey has a net worth not of $1 million, but 90 of those $1 million say that they enjoy better and more adventurous sex, according to this survey.
But listen to this, okay? I want to leave you with this.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
ask you this, okay? If this doesn't motivate the young hustlers out there and people to get into this 1%er category, this actually might. It says money relieves much of life's stresses that most of us have to deal with, helping those 1%ers relax and let go.
I actually don't think I have less stress about money today than I did before I had money. I think I actually have
full of.
I have more stress about it. I think about it more. I worry about it more. I try to protect it more. Now I want to grow it more. But the reality, folks, is whether you're married or not married, in a relationship, not in a relationship, money is the cause of more relationships
failures
failing than ever. Stay with us. We'll tell you why, and we'll take some calls. G&E Show.
There are 180 million credit card holders in the United States. 24% claim they have experienced credit card fraud. What you don't know will hurt you. Chargebacks are an increasing cause of lost revenue for businesses. 86% of all chargebacks are fraudulently placed. You need to protect yourself and your business. It's time to go from defense to offense. Chargebacks 911 allows you to take control and focus on what your business does best. Obtain new customers and handle the ones you already have. Let our team of experienced dispute specialists fight chargebacks and win. Chargebacks 911 gives business owners minute-to-minute reports for their company, while providing access for banks to refund customers directly, avoiding chargebacks and creating long-term sustainability and not short-term results. Get started with your free chargeback analysis today. Visit chargebacks911.com. That's chargebacks911.com today. The key to exceptional customer service is unwavering commitment and your obligation to leave an impact for your customer. That is exactly what we do here at the Rick Case Automotive Group. Since 1962, we set the bar on exceptional customer service and are always seeking to find new people to help in that mission. With dealerships in Ohio, Georgia, and South Florida, we're seeking great people for every position, from service to parts, sales, social media, accounting, and more. If you're dedicated to making an impact, join us in an unwavering commitment to our customers and to you. Rick Case Automotive Group. Send your resume to careers@rickcase.com.
are back on the G&E show. We are discussing sex and money. What makes you happier? And I want to hear from you. Do you think having more money makes you have better sex? Are you more relaxed about sex? Is it more adventurous? I don't know.
Would you have more sex?
This guy says
better sex? Last longer?
Look, I'm all for it.
Call us 305-865. Did you say the number?
305-865-8668. Call in.
Call us. I want to know. Look, do you think more money would make for better sex? Do you think better sex would make for a better relationship? Do you think more money would mean your relationship would be any different, or would it all be the same? That's what we cover here on the G&E show. Money, marriage, business, when the three start jacking and getting all combined. I mean, you want to tell them about the big argument we had when we first got together?
No,
the big super giant argument.
No, I want to talk about this
because it was about money.
Tell. I don't even remember.
Okay.
What is it?
It was the whole prenup thing, man.
Did we sign a prenup?
Hey, Max from Hollywood.
Oh, somebody wants to shut that conversation
Max,
down.
do you think, Max, if you had more money, that you would have better sex?
Always.
Definitely.
Why is that?
Totally
Why
agree.
is that? You agree with that?
Yes.
Have your wife.
Oh, you think she would have a better orgasm because she'd have a Chanel purse with her or something? What does that mean?
The orgasm is all me, man. The money just, makes it work better. The more I could
The
put
money
in
is
her-
just inspiration, motivation.
Inspiration. There
She
you
looks
go.
over and she's like, Chanel.
So when you're having sex with your, are you married?
I am.
Yeah. So
8
when
years.
you're having sex with your wife, you're actually thinking about your net worth
Not necessarily, but when I
or
get
your
home
income
with-
that
No,
month.
Grant, it's the setup.
Well, I
You
killed,
get to take her to dinner.
I killed it today, baby. I killed it. I was so good today. Oh my God. Boom. Feel that?
Well, I'm also motivated when I'm making the money. It's all the drive about
you
closing
feel
the deal,
great.
getting home, and saying, you know what, I did it, and
Yeah, I did it. Now I'm going to do you.
I do you. Absolutely, man. Yeah, I wanted to thank you for everything, and there was one time in Cancun, last time you guys did it, a guy asked a question: how can I get my wife involved into the idea, the whole 10x idea? And to answer that question, because I didn't raise my hand then, but to answer that question is actually buy the ticket with your wife and go there and actually do it together. Because now my wife is sold for Elena. She loves you. She loves the whole 10x idea, and also because I knew it was an investment for me and my family to actually bring my wife over there. So.
Dude, that is so awesome. And
cool.
that's why we do this show, to get everybody on the same page. I mean, we're really not talking about money and or sex today, but these are the integral things in a relationship that people are going to talk about sooner or later. I mean, even if you're not talking about them, you're experiencing them. What's the money like? What's our success like? Are we making our dreams come true? What's the career like? How are we finding time for the kids? And, oh, by the way, it takes some money to go to the grocery store.
I was introduced to you through the dealership that I work at Toyota Hollywood. You actually went and you did a show, an event for us in Nova with a few dealerships.
Yeah. There was a lot of people at that event. That was a year and a half ago.
2.5 years ago,
Yeah.
and it went from anywhere from my income $60,000 to $80,000. Now I just closed my year to $160,000 a year, and it's all thanks to studying, man. Everything thanks to 10x in my life, and a lot. I owe a lot to first of all to God, but also to you, man, because you were the tool that was used, to put all these to work.
God first and then GC.
Hey,
Yes,
I
sir.
like that order.
G-O-D and then the GC.
Now,
Dude, thanks
my
a lot. What's your
marriage
wife's
has been
name, Max?
improved by your show, man. So
Yeah, what's
she
your
loves it.
what's your wife's name?
Lais, Lais.
Tell her hello for us, and
And for me
Shovita's
too.
going to get you a download to my 10x audio, the 10x rule on audio MP3 for your phone. Okay,
Awesome. Thank
appreciate
so
you
much,
calling
man.
in. Could money act as an aphrodisiac? Maybe, as the study's author suggests. Were you going to read this?
One of the things.
Perhaps wealth-inspired orgasms are the result of evolution helping women discriminate between men to find those who have been the best provider potential, who have the best provider potential. Do you think about it like that? Do you think about...
I never did when I first met you because I was so like, I'm so strong. I have to do everything on my own. Like men were out of the picture as far as like helping me with anything. But now that I've been with you and now we are married, we are a unit, I do think more women should look at Like, is this man going to think outside of himself to help me, to help the family, to provide
to do whatever
for
it
us?
takes?
Yeah,
Whatever it takes.
That.
Network. Do you think that?
And
should
I do
women,
think sex is I do think money is an aphrodisiac. When we go on trips and we stay in nice hotels, it's sexy. It's like it definitely sets a mood, a stage, a nice dinner, going out.
But Elena, some people that are watching this or listening to this are going to say, "Wait a minute, you should be happy in whether it's a Holiday Inn or
not if there's roaches." I totally disagree.
Well, yeah, I mean, roaches are not an aphrodisiac for you.
Roaches are not an aphrodisiac, okay?
Because this guy says, now there's another person in this report that says, because some people are going to say that. They're going to be like, look, whether you're in coach or first class.
But those are people who are saying that, or people that have not experienced the other thing yet to know what I'm talking about.
Maybe not. Maybe they have. Hey, if you've experienced it both ways, I
have experienced it both ways.
In case there's somebody else out there,
because I know you're share an idea.
Yeah, 305-865-8668, 305-865-8668. Have you been on both sides, okay, with the wealthy person or the prosperous or the person who has some affluence? I want to know, was the sex any different? Because this one guy says wealthier people engage in more dishonest and unethical behavior, and these traits may follow them into the bedroom. Now, I don't know. I know a lot of people that are successful.
I know
they are not more. They're not. I mean, I know some that are more dishonest and some that are unethical. I know some
very wealthy that are unethical, with their partners. I also know some very successful, highly wealthy that are monogamous. But I also know some very poor people who, have many baby daddy all over the place that are unethical, and I know other poor people that are they have their special bond and they don't cheat. So I can't.
But I just wonder, Elaine. I just wonder if people that are having good sex, are they just happier people?
Well, it says here. It says the researchers even found that sex is so closely tied to happiness that they estimate increasing sexual intercourse from once a month to once a week would have the same mood-boosting effects as adding $50,000 a year in income.
Do you think it's possible that we made a baby last night?
I do not think it's possible.
How about the night before?
I don't think it's possible because of a certain time in a cycle, but you never know. That could have.
But if we did have a baby boy, what would we call him?
It would have to be a boy?
What would we call him?
What would we call him?
Yeah. Huh?
You could call in and give us some suggestions in case by some miracle 2 nights ago.
Every Wednesday, you call it Hump Day. We call it Make It or Break It time. Let's get it on. When marriage and relationship and business collide, you come to the G&E show. Stay with us.
There are 154 million individual investors who trade the stock market every day. 97% of them will retire broke. If you're an investor, you need to get control of your financial future. Let us show you how. Market Traders Institute is a world leader in financial education, and we want you to master your investments. Sign up now for a free webinar and learn how to put your money to work for you. Learn the secrets the pros use to make money and see why Market Traders Institute is the preferred vehicle for today's top investors. Sign up now at markettraders.com. That's markettraders.com today.
The single only reason anybody buys anything at any time is to solve a problem. First of all, the close is not for you. The close is for the customer. The close is the first time you actually benefit a customer. The close represents 100% of your money. Well, look, there's really only 2 reasons you wouldn't do this. You're not the decision maker. You can't afford it. And I know my product and my company. We're going to solve your problem. So have you seen enough to make a decision? Close the deal. Finish the deal. Do not go back to selling. Well, welcome back to the G&E show. This is at Elena Cardone, and we're talking about marriage and career, business and sex, money and sex. Elena. So Paulie had a question. Paul, you want to ask a question? And you can call us 305-865-8668, 305-865-8668. I would love your opinion. Does money make sex better? Paulie, what were you going to ask?
The question was, if we can rate sex by money, then how good was the sex? Like 50 grand, 100 grand?
That was $2.
$2.
That was $2. I'm not saying that, but
okay.
but-
I'm like, jeez.
What was the sex?
Listen.
It says sex may contribute to your happiness in your actual bank account and in other ways too, according to research by a biological
Because they say
anthropologist.
sex triggers like these brain chemicals, and there's all
Sex
these ones,
might-
and it helps with creativity and problem solving and confidence. So he's saying that the performance might be better in the boardroom as well.
People
as it is
who
in
have
the
more
bedroom.
sex might do better at work.
Yes, because they can come up with problem solving and they're confident and they can sell themselves better. And so they're saying,
What if
that's
they're
it's
having
saying.
sex with themselves?
That's different. That's more like degraded-y, kind of a lonely, kind of a not so empowering. Or maybe it is. I don't
Then
know.
the other thing in here was the guy, they go into this stuff. Some of the stuff you found on the internet, Elena, is
like
kind of crazy.
cuckoo.
It says practice 30-second
Come on,
hugs.
let's practice. Okay? Somebody counting this down. It's really
No,
hard to
there's
do
no way
30
I can
seconds.
do a 30-second hug, okay?
Practice the
30-second hugs
love.
to
You
get
have
the-
love the Elena.
To get those feel-good
Love,
chemicals.
love.
I don't have
Get
any
the
feel-good.
feel-good
No,
chemicals.
this doesn't share a
Bring it.
cuddle and maybe a fantasy or two.
Just try it. Just try it.
Remember, you may not own 6 homes and a private jet, but when you bank on your relationships, you can just feel.
Do you
can
feel?
feel just as
Do you
rich.
feel the chemicals
No, I
releasing?
don't. I don't feel anything. I feel freaking
Because you
awkward, dude.
rejected
It's
it.
like-
You pushed it away. You didn't go with
bizarre.
it.
That does not feel like a deal. Okay,
Okay,
I would much
because you
rather do a
didn't
deal.
surrender
I got to
to
tell
the
you,
30
How much money does
hug.
it feel like?
You didn't.
it
what
feels
does
like
feel?
it
Does it
feels
feel
like it's
$2?
costing me money right now. Okay, all right.
You have to love the Elena.
Trey from Omaha. Hey, Trey. Do
hey,
you
what's
think,
going on?
Trey? I want to know your opinion. Do you think if you had 10 times the money that you have right now, would sex be better?
Absolutely.
Why?
Well, I would say that. I would say because, for one, money. It honestly, it makes things a lot better. You'll be more confident in yourself. I wouldn't necessarily say as a man that your sex life will be better, but it would sure make things more pleasurable because of what you can do, and it kind of depends on the atmosphere that you're in.
Yeah, but you still got to be with the right person, right? I mean,
Absolutely. Sex isn't everything.
That's
But at the same time, for a man and a woman, like, it's very, very important.
Yeah, because
Very
the
important.
primary purpose of sex is to reinforce loving marital bond between a husband and a wife.
Absolutely.
I got that from.
Absolutely.
Now, let me ask you another question. It's a little off topic, but it's in the same genre. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you go to strip joints?
Do I? No.
Yeah, I don't either. Okay, I was at dinner the other night, and these guys at the end of dinner, they're like, "Hey,
With
y'all
their
want to go
wives,
to
with
y'all
their
want to go
wives.
to 11?" I'm like, "Dude, what
What is
it's
11?
past 11 right now. It's 12:30," and they're like,
They
"No,
start
dude,
laughing
11,
at him.
11." I'm like, "No, what is 11?" They're like, "Oh, 11's a strip joint." I'm like, "Dude, I'm not into it."
Right.
And they're
It's
like, "Well, it's because
boring.
you never been into them." I'm like, "I'm not going to them
Right.
because I don't get it. I don't
And
get the
they
whole deal."
totally wanted to like make you seem like a fuddy-duddy because of that.
Oh,
they could not
totally.
understand you.
Yeah, and that's for one. For one, if you're a man of integrity, you're not going to do that with and you have a wife. For two, it's like, why would you even marry the person, or why would you even marry that person if you have that? For two, she's going to be jealous. For three, you're not going to be satisfied. Why? Because you have a wife.
Well, no,
And
they
you're gonna
wanted me
be
to
The
bring
girls
her,
go
dude. The
too.
girls
The
go
girls go
too.
too.
And to each his own. And if you guys get off into that, that's fine with me. I just, and I'm traveling,
wanna
going
get
home,
to
and
it,
then
so
he
they wanna
sends
do
me a
the-
text of them in the strip joint and this chick. I'm like,
that I didn't
dude,
approve
why?
of.
I already told you no. I'm not interested. Okay.
And then he sends, to me, that was just disrespectful. After he said no and we went home that night, the guy sent Grant a picture of a girl giving somebody, it was him or somebody, a lap dance. I'm like, that's just, that is
disrespectful.
rude to me. That violate, like, you're going to send my husband a
After I've
picture
already said I'm not
of
interested
some
more
other
than once,
woman?
I've said no, I'm not a
That's
player. You know.
disrespectful.
Anyway.
So Trey, what do you do, Trey?
What would I do? For one, I would leave that person alone. I don't know if are they friends of yours. First of all,
Well, you got to wonder, right?
yeah, it'll make you wonder because if they obviously don't have respect for the relationship, knowing that you two are married. So
Yeah,
it
but
would
they're
make
all
me
married
wonder-
too. Just to be clear, everybody else there was married too. So they're that's their thing, which is fine. To each his own. Do whatever you want to do. But I'm like, dude, I don't want to do it. Don't make me wrong because I don't want to go there. I'm not interested. I'm going to go home with my wife. It was late enough already.
Right.
And,
I would honestly say that relationship, if everyone there was married and they had to alter to go to a strip joint just for fun, then they have some work that they need to do more in the bed. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna want to go any other place for pleasure.
Yeah.
With your spouse.
Oh,
For one, even being a man of God, like I love Jesus for one. For two, that's not honoring a marriage. For three, that's breaking covenant. And in a way, you're sinning in a way. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, it's wrong.
No, hey, I appreciate you calling in, Trey. I
too,
really,
and I'm
really
glad
agree
there's
with
some
I love the way
other-
you see that and your input, and he's a very rational guy about it,
Very
right?
rational, yeah.
He
I
didn't
like
make him
that.
wrong either,
No.
so I like that.
Me too.
It's like whatever,
Like
but it's not his deal.
Right.
He just says, like he says, I think they got some work to do. 50 Shades of Grey. I haven't read that book. Have
Me
you?
either. I don't know. I just don't want to. Maybe I have a misunderstanding about what the book is, but from
No,
what
it's
I've
like that-
heard
it's
from
like
all
that
my
7.5
friends, it's like
hours.
Yeah,
Or
or
9.5,
9.5, or whatever it
yeah.
was. But yeah, I just feel like it's like kind of soft porny kind of stuff, and I just don't want the images and the. I don't know. I just.
You know what?
But
It's
listen
so
to
hard.
this. I
Yeah, go
have
ahead.
to just
Yeah,
tell you
please.
this one thing, okay?
Please do, Elena.
Because I run in, we know so many people with so many different backgrounds, ethnically or religiously or whatnot. Well, there's a gal that works in this building, and we become friends, and she's Orthodox Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
And she came to me today. She goes, "Oh, it's a G&E show about today." I said, "Well, it's about sex and money." She goes, "I'm sending you a link." She tells me this, right? So she sent me this link of kosher sex. She was like, "It's so fantastic." And I never knew this about Orthodox Jewish.
What does kosher mean, first of all?
I don't know.
I think of a pickle every time I hear that word.
Well, it means something. I don't know. I
Is
don't
it
want to be
kosher
put on the
pickle?
spot. I don't
Kosher
want to.
pickles? Yeah.
Look, that's
yeah,
just
that's the name of a pickle.
No, it is the name, but I think it has to be blessed, or I don't know. So I don't want to give out the false information. We should look up the definition of look up kosher. But listen to this. So she sends me this article because she says, "Did you know in Orthodox Jewish religion, sex is the woman's right, not the man's. A man has a duty to give his wife sex regularly and to ensure that sex is pleasurable for her. He is also obligated to watch for signs that his wife wants sex and to offer it to her without her asking for it. The woman's right to sexual intercourse, there's these 3 basic rights to food and clothing as well, which the man may not reduce. A man may not take a vow to abstain from sex for an extended period of time, may not take a journey for an extended period of time, because that would deprive his wife of sexual relations. In addition, a husband's constant refusal to engage in sexual relations is grounded for compelling a man to divorce his wife."
Wow.
So when did you become Orthodox Jewish? Behind my back.
Kosher means I can't tell what it means actually.
But it says, although sex is a woman's right, she does not have the absolute discretion to withhold it from her husband. A woman may not withhold sex from her husband as a form of punishment. And if she does, the husband may divorce her without paying her
That's ridiculous.
something to the
That's just ridiculous.
Anyway,
okay.
but what do you
Anna
think of
Powell
that?
just said, "Hey, Anna Powell just said this show is great." Okay, we're talking
I'm
about
like
sex
all
and
like,
money.
woo.
We're talking about sex and money. I don't know. I can tell you that, you know what? I didn't have good sex until I had the right partner. It had nothing to do with money. When I'm having sex with you, Elena, I got to tell you, I think about nothing except you.
Aw.
I don't think about my money. I think about nothing. I don't think about what deals I have coming in. That just would take me out of the moment. So if I was broke and had nothing, no income, and I was with you, the sex would still be unbelievable because you're fantastic.
Oh, darling.
And I'm going to stick it out with you to the end. That's what the
Stick
G&E
and
show
stay is
about.
bound to pay.
That's what the G&E show's about. It's about marriage, relationships, what happens to keep it working. Just so happens you spend most of your time at work, folks. We know it's difficult. We know it's a challenge.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you find that interesting, though?
No,
That
I
whole
thought that
thing?
was a little weird, actually, the whole thing about, I have to deliver sex. I need to keep an open eye when you're ready.
signs.
I must give it to you or you can divorce me. That whole thing about dumping me off at the end, that's a little weird. I can't leave town because you might need sex. If you need sex every freaking day, it might be something wrong with you.
Extended periods of time.
Oh, All right. I don't know
Anyway,
what that is.
well, I thought it was
I got lost
interesting.
on the kosher thing because I don't
Anyway,
even know what that
she's
means.
been
I do
married
know
for
this.
20 years.
I do
and
know that.
They're very good sex
I
too.
know that this weekend on Sunday, Tom Brady has been given more reasons to win a Super Bowl than he could have ever wished for.
You don't
in
think
his
that like
career.
got in his head and
Okay.
is going to mess him up
Dude,
a little?
no, that guy's going to be like, okay, I'm going to put this
Fuel?
one down.
He's gonna
okay?
put some fuel
I'm
in the
putting
fire?
this one down. Who you guys pulling for? Okay, he's going Seahawks. We got Seahawks.
I'm going Patriots. Who are you going?
Yeah. Well,
You're going
there's the
Seahawks?
dynasty.
Shavita, how about
Shavita
you?
doesn't care. Okay. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us today. It's Hump Day by the what most people in the world tell you. It's Hump Day, whatever that means. I'm telling you, go get it day.
We're
today
saying go get your hump
is go
on.
get it day. Okay. Maybe me and you do some humping around later.
This episode was sponsored by Chargebacks 911. Visit chargebacks911.com today.